morning everyone, welcome back to JM Farm and Cattle. So once again we are harvesting, and I just picked the end rows here and had to watch because there's a pivot there, and well, it's stuck right now. So it's like 27 degrees, 27 or 29 degrees. So we're not gonna run the pivot right now. We brought a cable and so we can pull it out, but we're not going to do that until it warms up a little bit, because we don't want to run that hydraulic fluid, because these pivots that we have are powered by hydraulic and we don't want to run that when it's this cold. So we're going to wait till later. It's out of our way for quite a bit, and the trucks are at the elevator, so I'm full, so I'm heading down empty. The grain cart's full from last night, and we'll wait for the first truck, dump on it, and then do that end over there and get rolling. Mud hole. So we're trying a bunch of new things with this combine on settings, and we're not quite getting this figured out where we want it to be set, because our bars are always pegged out every once in a while, and we're just trying to figure out where to run them, because we always just kind of went by the John Deere book. Kind of tells you what to do here, but now we're starting to wonder if, well, there's other ways out there that people are talking about, and I don't know, we're just trying to experiment, or I'm trying to experiment right now with it and running faster, because I want to see what this capacity could do, because other people with the similar combine are getting way more capacity per acre than what we are getting. So I feel like we're just not set right. So that's what we're working on. I moved the bottom sieves. Well, I was recently told to run the bottom sieves wide open and then adjust the top one accordingly to keep the cobs out of the sample, and then to run a higher RPM, and that would, until the corn cracks, and then turn it down about 10 RPM. So I'm gonna run back here, and I just want to look on the ground and see how much corn loss we have, because earlier this morning we had quite a bit, and we don't want that. So there's some here, which that's not much, but there's still quite a bit more than I would like. That's not really what I want to see. It's better than it was this morning, but it's still not good. Well, for anybody that says we just need tracks, it has tracks. And it falls back down. We're gonna hook up the winch to go in the receiver, and then we're gonna pull it out. We stopped harvest right now because we're changing the hydraulic filters on the tractor, because they're saying that they need changed, and then we lost power. So I don't know. sounds weird that hydraulic would make the tractor lose power, but it won't let it idle up past 1500 RPM or anything. That happens with our newer tractor pretty often, but we've never had it happen with this one. We can help it out. Just like a swampland around here. So it's pushing a bunch of muck. And what seems to happen is those, on these tracks here, which I hate these tracks, I absolutely hate them. They're super loose. The tires are super loose inside of there. And it's just a dumb design. They make a set of tracks, which we have on most of the other ones, that wrap really tight around the tire and it keeps the tire from spinning inside. Okay, well I think it's gonna walk its way out of here now. Well, we're experimenting again. We have been fighting this thing all day to try and find a good amount, and so I switched it back around. I now have 20 on my top sieves, I have 12 on my bottom. I'm running right at 1200 or 1200 on the fan, and I turned down the cylinder speed to 280 and I pushed it to 5.5 mile an hour, thinking, because now I'm thinking more product equals less cylinder speed, and then less product would be more cylinder speed, which is weird, but maybe if there's less in there, it takes more to beat it around and get the shake off. So I'm trying that, and so far it's actually working really well. It hasn't spiked or anything, so maybe I finally figured it out. We're getting closer to being done over here, so we gotta go finish up that, which is probably only about 20 acres, 25 acres would be my guess. And then we're gonna go poke across the road yet.
Never noticed that before. There's only one post holding that torch steel on.
I've never noticed that either.
Might not be on there too much longer. It was getting off crooked.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna fall eventually. Well, we're on the last 8 rows. Grain cart's full.
I saw that too. That's kind of one way or the other. There's still another guy behind me. Gonna screw us up. I'll have to get some wet corn and then I have to go on the elevator.
Alright, well that's all we're doing for the night. We got both trucks full and there's a little bit in the grain cart, but we don't want to fill it full because as they're at the elevator in the morning, we'll be waiting on them anyway, so I want to pick that end out so we can go over there tomorrow. We'll see you guys in the morning, which will be like 3 seconds for you. Good night. Morning, guys. It's a little frosty out. Well, we're gonna get an early start, about like average I guess, but we're gonna run over and pick some ends as these two trucks go to the elevator. We did get our GPS working again. We had to re-download everything, but we lost some acres that we did. We're gonna start downloading the data, exporting the data on the GPS every few days, just for reasons, you know, like in case that would happen again or something. But what we're thinking happened is our business band up there, we're thinking it interferes with the GPS on startup. So we've been shutting the radio off at night before we shut the combine down. And then we start the combine up, make sure everything's loaded before we turn it back on. And knock on wood, so far that's been really helping. So we're gonna try and move this radio back here into the corner like our old combine had. And hopefully that makes a difference, because we never had a problem in our old 9770 because it was mounted right back here, but the GPS was up here and we never had an issue with it. So we're hoping that when we move that, then maybe we'll be fine again. So I guess we'll see. Well, we're already starting to make a pile on the grain cart. We don't have any trucks back yet. So this grain cart's gonna be full, then I'll be full here in a minute. But basically what that means is once we're both full and we're waiting on a truck, I can get caught up on all the videos I watch. There's a lot of people I watch on YouTube. There's a lot of good people. I like watching a lot of farming videos too, because I like seeing how other farms work and how they operate and stuff. She's full. Okay, Dad.
I'm trying to figure out, is it full?
Yeah, it's full.
Okay.
But I like watching a couple different people. I like watching the Minnesota Millennial Farmer. I like watching Walker Farms. I like watching Cole the Corn Star. I like Farmer Tyler Ranch. And there's a few others too. So it's fun to see, you know, the progress. Brian from Brian's Farming Videos, he's another one. There's a lot of people out there that are kind of like me, that we all do the same thing at the end of the day. You know, we're all the same people, so it's fun to watch everybody and their progress and getting harvest done and all that fun stuff. Alright, this one's for all my farmer friends out there. It's 9:20 in the morning, and I'm already eating today's lunch. Am I the only one that just gets tempted? I mean, I'm just sitting here minding my own business in my lunchbox, like, eat. Anybody else have that problem? I mean, on a good day, my lunch will be gone by 10:30. That's a problem, because then I don't eat until night. What a day. So our trucks have been sitting in line for close to 2 hours, no, close to an hour now, because the lake plugged and they don't have anywhere else to dump 17 moisture corn. So they've been sitting there, but now it sounds like finally we get a dump in a different pit because we're close enough to their dry. And then I guess we'll see if they're just doing it to get out of line, or if we're gonna be able to keep hauling in there to a different pit. On the other note, we came clear to this end of the field, to the dry land and the kind of the crappy corners, so we could pick more with less corn. And I was going along and I was going through a draw, and it's not very deep draw or anything, and all of a sudden the combine just slammed and I bent the heck out of that step. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to tell, but like this piece and this piece are tilted down now, and the whole ladder was straight. Now it's tilted back. John Deere did a really poor design on doing these ladders, and I know it's because we're 36-inch rows, so the ladder doesn't go to the outside. And we were talking about them putting a spacer in, they said, oh no, you can just angle the step in front of the tire. Well, that did a lot of good, because it ripped the step clear back and bent it all to no man's land, and it's not good. There's gonna be a lot of work to be done on that, but we're gonna finish harvest this year and then figure it out. So it's just aggravating. John Deere makes their steps a whopping maybe 6 inches off the ground, and I mean, what do you expect? You're in a combine going through hills and ditches, like, come on. Anyways, we got the third truck full, we got the grain cart full, and now the combine's full. And my dad's up there. We're gonna go up there and try and figure out what's going on, and wait to hear back from our truck driver that gets the dump in the other pit, and see if we're allowed to come back right away or if we have to wait. Otherwise, our second option is we can haul to a different elevator, but it's busier and it's about 8 miles away, which, well, it's probably about 10 miles from this field, which isn't bad. But if they're gonna get this unplugged right away, then it's kind of a wasted trip. So we're at a standstill. We got 50 acres left. It's 1:30. We should be able to knock the 50 acres out within 5 hours, so we'll see. Might be able to get done down here tonight. Well, we are on the last 8 rows of this whole field. Look at that sunset though. So since we are almost done here, We're gonna fill the last truck up. He's gonna run it into the elevator, dump it, and then we gotta move everything back. So we're gonna leave the grain cart and the combine here tonight. And we don't really want to drive it that far down the road because a lot of it's highway at night. So just for everybody's safety and our own safety, we're just going to do it in the morning. So we're going to take 2 trucks back, and we got 2 pickups that we'll take back, and then we'll get a ride up here in the morning and get the rest of the things, which is only 1 more truck, combine, and grain cart. That's a wrap. Well, that's it for our fields down here. We got really lucky. We came down here not knowing that we're gonna get all the fields done down here because we thought they'd be too wet, but they ended up being dry enough. Either our sampler is off a little bit, or they dried down a lot, or we just picked the wettest ears possible. So don't worry, we got plenty more harvest to go. We are winding down. I think we've got 2.5 fields that go to the elevator yet, and then the rest of it all goes to their own bins. So that'll be nice to get the elevator stuff done, and then we can do our own, kind of on our own time and whatnot, which we'll still be rushing. You know, once we start harvest, we don't like to stop till we're done. So, but it'll be a little bit more relaxed, and we won't have to sit in line anywhere. But a lot more videos to come. We're probably 3/4 done with harvest, and I'm gonna do a lot more filming on the rest of it. It's hard to get a lot of cool shots from the combine, and I don't have my drone with me right now, or I haven't had all week, so I'm gonna be getting that out in the next couple videos, and yeah, get a lot more video and a lot more shots, which will look a lot better all in all. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Right down below, just click it. That makes a big difference. It helps support this channel big time. It gets it out there so other people can see it, and that's what makes me keep going on this, is because I love well, I love filming. I think it's a lot of fun, and then I like interacting with all you guys. You guys are awesome. So on that note, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ah, who forgot the 1 row? What a rookie.